Hello, I'm John Mucahy, and I am a candidate for the Region 5 Lifetime Achievement Recognition. I'm told that I'm to begin by telling you a little bit about my professional involvement and career in technical education, and happy to do so. I've spent 13 years on the board of directors for ACTE-AZ, our state organization. During that time, I've been through all the offices a couple of times, including president. I've also overseen the strategic planning development for our state association, and in addition to that, I was the chief lobbyist for 10 years. Apart from ACTE-AZ, I have also served 19 years on the agricultural education state affiliate board, serving in all the offices there. Like everyone else, I've also been involved in all kinds of state committees and served on various boards. At the national level, I have chaired the policy committee for Region 5 and ACTE. In addition to that, I was alternate vice president for the Western region for the National Agriculture Teachers Association, and again have served on a number of national committees. I've also been active doing presentation chiefly at Region 5 and at Visions. For the last 4 years, I, along with a colleague, have done Admin 101 and 102, which is a pre-session for both beginning and continuing CTE administrators. Well, that's probably enough about my professional involvement. The first question I'm asked to speak to is, throughout your career, describe what you've accomplished that made the biggest impact on career and technical education. I would say that probably the biggest thing is the fact that I've surrounded myself with extraordinary people. I have been mentored by wonderful people. And then as an extension of all that, I've had the opportunity to mentor many others. So if I had to go with the biggest accomplishment, it's probably the opportunity to mentor others. That began as a high school teacher, as an agricultural education teacher. I had 19 student teachers, and that really enabled me to work with and influence some folks who have gone on to be tremendous state and national leaders. And I might add, of course, that while I gave a little, I took a lot, and I benefited significantly from those relationships. As my career extended and I got involved in leading the Arizona CTE Leadership Continuum, which you read about in the application, that allowed us to formalize mentorship relationships across the state. Through a program called Share You, YOU, we were able to really put together a matchmaking service between mentors and mentees to provide resources and quarterly reminders, and that too has allowed us to have a huge impact on people across the state. So I would say that mentorship is probably a chief accomplishment. I think another one would be my ability to spread a sound CTE philosophy to others. I was fortunate to benefit from a great education and career in technical education at the University of Arizona under the guidance of Floyd McCormick, a former national ACTE president. And Dr. McCormick taught me much about CTE and what it could be and do for children. I'll talk more about that in the next question. But that philosophy and my ability to impart that philosophy to others, I think has helped to improve the quality of career in technical education. And I think the last thing that probably most people who know me would point out is I've been able to have a significant influence by being a self-avowed CTE evangelist. For now about 12 years, I've run about the state and nation doing a presentation called CTE, What the Research Says. It's designed to extol the virtues of CTE and to remind folks the powerful impact that CTE can have on not only American education, but on changing the very fabric of our society. Through that presentation, I talk about the impact of CTE on three major themes: engagement, achievement, and transition. And I think that has helped. Well, enough of that. Let's move on, if we can, to that last question, which is, what advice would you give to a new career and technical education teacher, administrator, or counselor starting their career? Well, first off, I'd urge them, like I benefited from, to get a good grounding in CTE philosophy. We are fortunate these days that we have the ACTE framework, and we can dissect that and discuss that with seasoned veterans. That will help. I think the short version of that, the short version that I would extend to people new to our profession, is that every child in America should have the opportunity to participate in a CTE program, and that every program should have 4 major components. It should have quality classroom instruction, where the students have an opportunity to gain the theory associated with a particular pathway. It should have quality laboratory instruction, where they have the opportunity to take that theory they moved in the classroom and to apply it in the laboratory. And the third, every student should have an opportunity to be involved in work-based learning and to move from that predictable environment, which is school, to that unpredictable environment, which is the world of work, and to work with an adult mentor. And that finally, every child should have a chance to participate in a career and tech ed student organization and learn those valuable leadership and personal development skills. When every child has that, we not only improve education, but we improve America considerably. I'd urge us to take pride in our profession and to tell everybody that it's the best answer to providing economic independence to all. And finally, a bit of advice I was given so long ago, that in every decision we make, whether as an administrator, teacher, or counselor, we should ask this question: what is best for kids? If we do what is best for kids, we will not always be popular, but we will always be right. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I appreciate this opportunity.